Are you curious about male psychology and the way that men think? Do you want to know what makes a man tick? In this video, we will be talking about 12 psychological facts about men to get a better understanding of what's going on in their heads. So, stay tuned and enjoy the video. Men are more competitive than women. Men around you like to compete with people? Yes, it is true. Men are more competitive than women. This is true regardless of the situation. For instance, men compete with each other for power, position, money, and relationship. On the other hand, most women don't like to compete with others as men. They just like being friends with everyone and having fun. What does this mean about male psychology? It means that men like competition, and they like to be the best in what they do. And this is especially true in their relationship with women. But guess what? It is a natural and biological tendency. Men need to compete with each other to get resources and also sometimes women they love. So women like to be friends with people who are competitive and enjoy being around people who are competitive. On the other hand, men like to compete with others for all kinds of things, including the love of a woman. Men can be jealous when they have a close female friend. Women will never understand this, but you must always keep in mind that men are much more likely to feel jealous of women who are in a relationship, especially if you are close to them. It is not because they are more in love with you than you are with them. It is because they want you to be their best friend. It is a natural need that men have and should never be ignored. Why do I say this? Because men don't want to be lonely and need to be around others in order to be complete. Men do everything in their power to maintain a strong and close relationship, including feeling jealous of their girlfriends and wishing they could be with them more often. Men are more likely to experience the dark side of life. You may be wondering, the dark life? It doesn't sound so glamorous, does it? If so, don't worry, because I'm here to tell you that men are more likely to suffer from negative emotions psychologically than women. Why? Because men love to take risks and often find themselves in life's most dangerous situations. And the truth is, this is true for every aspect of their lives, and not just in the workplace. It's because men don't like to be taken advantage of. They'll do whatever it takes to avoid someone else taking advantage of them. What does this mean for you? It means that men are more aggressive and confrontation-prone than women, for example, in business or in relationships. Men like to spend their money on experiences rather than things. Have you ever been in a retail store with a man? He probably wasn't checking out the prices or trying out different brands. He was looking at the shelves and discussing with the sales assistant what kind of shopping experience he would like. Why is that? Because men like experiences, not things. They like the feeling of excitement and joy that comes from experiencing something new and exciting. That's why they enjoy going out to dinner instead of shopping for a new shirt or a new pair of jeans. It also means they don't need to worry about getting bored of the same old thing over and over again. Men love to be leads. Men have a strong desire to be in charge of things in life, and this is particularly true in romantic relationships. Men actually enjoy taking the lead. They want to be in control of the circumstances and make choices. To maximize their enjoyment of the experience, they would like you to follow their lead. Therefore, it makes sense that the majority of women gripe about being led by their men. How does this relate to the psychology of men? Apparently, men enjoy taking the lead, and it implies that they have self-assurance and confidence, which is something that most women look for in a man. It also claims that because men are accustomed to having control over their lives, they want to have that same authority over every situation. Men are more likely to put themselves first. How often has your husband put himself first? How often has your husband ever been selfish? Unfortunately, men are more prone to selfish behavior than women. This is because men are driven by their own wants and aspirations in life. Men want to be loved by everyone. That's why they often prioritize their own needs over the needs of others. They want to be the center of attention and sometimes ignore your feelings and opinions. They don't like to take orders, and they don't like being told how to do things. That's why they love to be in charge and to lead the way. In fact, It's one of the most important differences between men and women. Women want to help other people, while men want to help themselves. That's why some psychologists argue that women are altruistic. This quality makes them selfish, but it also makes them attractive. After all, you don't want a man who doesn't care about you or your family, do you? Men have great social skills. I know what you're probably thinking. You must be kidding me. Men are so dumb that they can't even converse with a woman without embarrassing themselves. Right? Well, the truth is, men are more socially conscious than women. That's because men have a higher testosterone level than women, which makes them more socially active and dominant. So, it makes perfect sense that men would be more socially conscious. After all, who doesn't want a little bit of control over their life? However, it's important to note that this is not always a good thing for men. Since men tend to be more socially dominant than women, they often find it difficult to find enough people to hang around with, and also find it hard time getting a woman to pay attention to them. Because of all these reasons, people mistake that men are bad at socializing. But that's not true. Men are more confident than women are about their looks. Is it possible that a man is more confident about his appearance than a woman? The answer is yes. Most of the time, women are so self-conscious about their appearance that they are afraid to go in public because they are afraid of how they look. This self-consciousness makes them unhappy. Men don't care about their appearance. They are happy just being themselves. They know what suits them and what does not. They know that no one can be as pretty as them, but that doesn't matter because it is their natural beauty that matters, not their appearance. This confidence makes a man feel good about himself and also boosts his self-esteem. Men don't enjoy expressing their feelings. Have you ever seen your partner avoiding to tell you how they feel? I have, and it is a huge issue because when a man feels angry, he lashes out at his partner. He may become violent or aggressive. He may even cheat on his partner. He will do whatever it takes to get rid of his anger because he can't stand the thoughts in his head. This is why men are bad at expressing their emotions and are often scared to talk about some things. It is why men don't know how to tell you they love you because they are afraid to be rejected. But here is the truth. Your man doesn't need to tell you how he feels to be happy with you. All he needs to know is that you are there for him. And if he doesn't feel the need to do something, then he shouldn't be forced to do something that he doesn't want to do. Men respond well to praise and rewards for doing things well. I want you to pause there and think for a second. When did you last praise your husband for something? What did he say? Did he appreciate it? Did he feel good about it? I bet he did. This is because men love to be rewarded for doing good things. It makes them feel good about themselves and helps them do better in the long run. I know what you are thinking. How do I praise my husband for all the things he does? Well, you just need to know how. And if you know how, then you will love your husband for it. Here is how. Tell him that you are proud of him when he does something well. Give him a reward for doing something good. He will appreciate this so much that he will do more of these things in the future. They're more sexually adventurous than women are. You may have heard it before that men are more adventurous sexually than women. This does not mean that they are constantly looking for sex. On the contrary, most men prefer an emotional connection rather than a sexual relationship with the woman they are dating. However, when it comes to sex, men simply want sex and a lot of it. They want their partners to be physically appealing and emotionally available whenever the mood takes them. That's why most men cheat on their wives or girlfriends if they can't satisfy their sexual needs, even though they won't admit it. What does this mean for you? If you want an interesting sex life with your husband or boyfriend, then you will need to satisfy his emotional needs as well as his sexual needs. Otherwise, he is more likely to find another woman who will satisfy his emotional needs and satisfy his sexual needs. Men have higher self-esteem. Where does your man rank in comparison to the rest of the men in the world? Is he a prick or is he a sweet guy? Whatever the answer, you may be surprised to learn that men actually have more self-confidence than women. In fact, men are more confident about themselves and what they want out of life than women. Don't get us wrong, this does not mean that men always portray themselves in a positive light. The truth is that men are simply more confident than women. They are more confident about their abilities, such as being a good husband, a good father, or a great provider. When it comes time to find a partner, they are less likely to settle down for someone who doesn't live up to their standards or doesn't have the qualities they're looking for. You don't want your man settling down because he's scared of being alone. If he does, he'll settle for someone who isn't as confident or skilled as he is when it comes to things like being the best dad for his kids. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.